you, James. Thank you, everybody. Like James was saying, my name is Matthew Lucci. I'm running for U.S. House District 25, which butts up against District 6. So if you live in Arlington or know people who live in Arlington on the western side of Arlington, that's District 25. If you know folks who live in Johnson County, on the western half, that's District 25. Eastern half is District 6, so vote for James there. We also have 12 other counties out toward the west. So if you know of anybody out west of here, basically from Arlington out to Abilene, that's District 25. Now, I won't take up too much more of your time, but I think we can all agree here in this room that Congress is not upholding our conservative Christian values.
Nope.
And it's time for us to take our country back from the corrupt establishment that's been running this country into the ground. So James will tell you that those who got us into this mess are not the ones who are going to get us out of it. Yeah. The same people who go up to Washington, D.C., go along to get along, and never actually accomplish anything for us here at home, that's not working for us anymore. So I decided, among a litany of reasons, but that was one of the reasons that really prompted me to run against my congressman, who's been my congressman for the last 12 years. Only ever passed one bill into law, and that was renaming a post office over a decade ago. So obviously, we're not getting much out of there. Someone who opposed Trump's border wall for 3 years until I decided I was going to jump in this race and hit him on it. And then all of a sudden, here comes all this border legislation. I wish a single one of those bills would have been proposed before I jumped into this race. But no. We're not getting anything out of Jake Elsey, and we're not getting anything out of Roger Williams, the guy I'm running against. And so it's time for us across the board to be voting for conservative Christian leaders who are actually going to represent us here at home. And I'll tell you one thing that we tell all of our volunteers everywhere we go, when we tell them, hey, look, here's who I am. I'm running on a pretty simple platform: secure our border, fight back against inflation by decreasing government spending, stop kicking the can down the road, and mortgaging our kids' future in the name of political expediency today. Protect innocent life, because it shouldn't matter whether a child would have been born here in Texas or whether they would have been born in Illinois. They have the same infinite value in the eyes of our Creator. We need to be fighting human trafficking, and I'm the author of the Congressional pledge to fight human trafficking that's been signed by dozens of candidates across the state and across the country. And then lastly, we need to be taking care of our veterans. Guys like you put your lives on the line for this country. We need to make it so that you're able to take a VA card to any hospital or clinic anywhere in this country and get care right then, instead of waiting 6 months to 6 years to get your care approved. On top of all of that, when we tell folks that, we say, look, have faith one election cycle, go help us knock doors, go help us call folks, poll greet, whatever, and then grade me like a college professor. If I don't get an A, if I don't do everything that I say that I'm going to do, if I don't fight for everything that I say that I'm going to fight for, then go back to those same voters, tell them our congressman failed us like our last congressman did. It's time to get him out. And that's what we need to be doing so that we put the power back in the hands of we the people instead of corrupt politicians 2,000 miles away in Washington, D.C. Again, if you know anybody in District 25, my name is Matthew Lucci, and I would appreciate you helping spread the word. And I'll also be telling all my family that live in CD6 to be voting for James Buford. Thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thanks for coming. And my mom and dad, they go to church in Perth, so they have a lot of people out there. So if they're watching right now, right here, Matt, you need to vote for Matt. So right there, yeah. So anyway, thank you all for coming. I want to say thank you to everyone that did come today.